It's 8 o'clock in Banjul from wherever you're watching us from. This is QTV News coming to you live from our studios on Kairawa Avenue. And I am Julden Jai. Thanks for joining us. Here are the main news headlines. TUI Blue Tamala and TUI Blue Kotu Point, the Gambia, signed a memorandum of understanding with the International Tourism Investment Limited and Cape Beach Limited on Friday as part of efforts to boost Gambia's tourism sector. Now, in observance of World Food Safety Day, the Gambia's Food Safety and Quality Authority held a regional celebration in Farafenni in the North Bank region. We hear from health workers and students in the North Bank region during the 10th round of the COVID-19 vaccination campaign. And as the rainy season approaches, our reporter in the North Bank region looks at how the newly constructed drainage in Farafenni is being misused. In international news, Damas Gisimba, who assaulted and saved the lives of hundreds of children during the Rwandan genocide, has died at the age of 61. Those were the headlines and the news in detail in a moment. If you are just joining us, this is QTV News coming to you live from our studios, and I am Julden Jai. Now, TUI Blue Tamala and TUI Blue Kotu Point, the Gambia, signed a memorandum of understanding with the International Tourism Investment Limited and Cape Beach Limited on Friday as part of efforts to boost Gambia's tourism industry. Let's have more details of that in this report.
Under this agreement, TUI Blue will manage all aspects of the hotels, including bringing tourists to the Gambia. Male Julde Sala, the Managing Director of International Tourism Investment Limited and Cape Beach Hotel Limited, explains the importance of the MOU.
You have a brand called the TUI Blue, which is an international brand, which is they have branded over 100 hotels all over the world. So the Gambia is now part of this club of hotels that are branded TUI Blue. And on top of it, there's a bigger partnership and relation with TUI, the tour operator. TUI is the tour operator that brings flights into the Gambia. At this point, they are bringing in flights from the UK, from the Netherlands, from Belgium. Now, a deal like this, what it means is that right now TUI is flying into the Gambia only in the winter. We are assured that we will get summer tourism from this, so they will start extending their flights into the summer.
Mr. Sala also assured that they will give TUI Blue full support and protect their business, but went on to say that this is only possible if the government support them. Arthur Gaba, Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer at TUI Blue Hotels, gave an assurance of their support to make this partnership successful. Hamad Nkeba, the Minister of Tourism and Culture, calls on Gambians to emulate Tamala's business practices. Minister Ba says President Barrow's government will continue to support the hotel industry.
For TUI, I can assure them, we are ready to welcome you. We are ready to do the needful for you to succeed and indeed come back to the Gambia as much as possible. This is the smiling coast of Africa, no doubt about that. As the Minister of Interior said, we are a peaceful and a peace-loving country. And we believe that with our new World Bank project, we are going to improve on our products.
Hamad urged Gambians to invest in quality hotels because the country is shut off over 3,000 rooms because the government is ready to support anyone who wants to invest in the hotel industry. The Minister of Energy, Abdullah Job, the Minister of Interior, Siaka Sonko, and the Minister of Finance, Sidi Keita, all gave assurances of their ministry's support for the initiative.
We are receiving a lot of support from the World Bank in terms of energy efficiency. We're developing policies to support businesses and other public institutions to be able to roll out renewable energy, solar systems, so that people will be able to be more efficient in the way that we use electricity. So we are going to continue to support the hotel industry.
The police and the other security establishments in this country will always make sure that the tourist industry gets all the support it needs to get so that you can operate.
We have a suite of package. First of all foreign direct investment into this country are given a lot of incentives, such as the special investment certificate issued by GAIPA, which exempt them from taxation, which give them certain flexibility. And government also ensures that their processes are fast-tracked. As we speak now, I'm sure the operators can tell you the commencement of this and when we finalize. Now it's a government of action, there is no delay.
With 92 prestige hotels in different countries in the most beautiful corners of the world, TUI BLUE offers almost endless opportunities to personalize your holiday. For QTV News, I am Julde Njai.
Now, in observance marking World Food Safety Day, the Food Safety and Quality Authority of the Gambia, FSQA, held the regional celebration in Farafenni in the North Bank region. This story by Don Williams is narrated by Jennifer Sonko.
World Food Safety Day is celebrated on the 7th June every year to encourage producers, consumers and governments to acknowledge their mutual responsibility in ensuring food safety. This year's theme is Food Standards Save Lives. The celebration started with a march past led by the Scout Band from the Farafenni Senior Secondary School through the center of the town, past the roundabout to the venue in front of the police station. Papa Tunkara, the chairman of Kerawan Area Council, welcomed guests and expressed his appreciation to the organizers for bringing the celebration to the North Bank region.
Today, we come together to raise awareness and emphasize the importance of food safety with the resounding theme, Food Standards Save Lives. I am particularly honored to stand before you as the chairman of Kerawan Area Council, and I extend my heartfelt gratitude to Food Safety and Quality Authority of bringing the celebration of our region. Your commitment to the well-being of our people and your dedication to ensuring the food safety of our food supply is truly commendable.
Momodu Gassama, representing the WHO and FAO, emphasized the importance of food safety.
Food safety is a must, because if some of you who read science or who know about science, we know that over 200 diseases in the world are now caused by some sort of food safety, unsafety. So you can see, if you don't protect food, if you don't make it safe, those diseases will be haunting us.
The Director of Food Safety, Mamadou Ba, gave a brief overview of the significance of this day.
The global world discovered that there are so many morbidities and mortalities, deaths, related to food. And as a result, there has to be call for action. And that call for action has to yield results. And every year we look at one of the themes that are really affecting food and we address them. But I can proudly say that in the Gambia, we have achieved that adequately.
The governor of the North Bank region, Lamin Sadikan, called on everyone to reflect on food safety and its impacts.
Unsafe food can lead to severe health issues, such as foodborne illnesses, which can be particularly detrimental to vulnerable populations, including children, the elderly, and those with compromised immune systems. By prioritizing food safety and adhering to international recognized standards, we can prevent illnesses, save lives, and protect the well-being of our communities.
Food safety is everyone's business is the general slogan of World Food Safety Day and sums up the responsibility we all have to ensure food is safe to consume. Reporting for QTV News, I am Jennifer Sonko.
Health vaccination officers have concluded another round of COVID-19 vaccinations, hoping to meet the targeted percentage for the North Bank region. Don Williams tells us more.
Vaccination teams have been deployed across the North Bank region on a 4-day 10th round of nationwide COVID-19 vaccinations. The EPI operations officer for the North Bank East region, Ansumana Susu, says they are prepared to ensure the campaign's success and explains the importance of another round of vaccinations.
If you look at the statistics, what we have in national and in the regional, North Bank East has vaccinated almost 48.4% of our target out of 70%. So we are up to vaccinate another 21.2%.
Lamin Ba, a public health officer, revealed that initially they were experiencing a low response from the students. But when he engaged them about the benefits, there was an improvement.
Right now, the turnout is not that much good compared to the last round that we did, because the last round, the two previous rounds that we did, many people took their first and second dose. And we have here with us two vaccines, which are Pfizer and then Johnson & Johnson. For the Pfizer, you need 2 doses, and Johnson & Johnson, you need 1 dose.
Usaina Tujalo, a student at the school, explained why she took the vaccine and advised others to do the same.
As a good citizen, I should take the vaccine the government has provided to protect myself from diseases. What I have to say to my colleagues and my parents is that you should come and take the vaccine because it's good for the body.
The regional health promoter and education officer, North Bank East, Ibrahima F. Kohli, explained.
We have started a long way since the inception, round 1, up to now we are on the round 10. And of course, we still have a lot of challenges that warrant us to be coming back and repeat this same activity, because we feel our target are yet to be met. For the region here, yes, we are moving very slowly because as of now, as we speak, we only score 48.8% of the target population that we are trying to reach.
Mr. Kohli thanked the Youth Council and UNICEF, who have been supportive throughout the campaigns. Despite challenges, the teams are doing very well and have been able to vaccinate over 800 persons a day, according to Mr. Ibrahima Kohli. Don Williams, QTV News, Farafeni.
That report by Don Williams will take us to a short commercial break. When we return, we have some more local as well as international news stories. Do stay tuned.
The future is now with QCell's 5G network. Experience speeds like never before with our new 5G Rocket Fix Internet plan. Get speeds from 10 Mbps to 100 Mbps. Your 5G-enabled devices. Walk into QCell headquarters to get one of our 5G routers and experience the true feeling of 5G. Only with QCell. QCell brings you the future. Tech, innovation, incredible speed. The future is now. For more information, call our customer care on 111. QCell, Sunyapus. We innovate, others follow. Terms and conditions apply.
Ensure your company's products and services reach your potential customers. It is essential that you choose the right channel for your marketing purposes. QTV has the widest reach locally and beyond, and we can give your business the visibility it needs. Call QTV Marketing on +220 324 4444 or email us at marketing@qtv.gm and take your business to the world.
Welcome back. If you are just joining us, this is QTV News. Now, as the rainy season approaches, a reporter in the North Bank region, Don Williams, looks at how the plight of the newly constructed drainage in Farafenni and how vendors and shopkeepers are misusing it. He tells us more.
This year's rainfall is expected between the 8th and 28th of June, according to the Meteorological Office. Last year, the Gambia experienced heavy rains and strong winds, which caused flash flooding, claiming lives and destroying properties. This is blamed on not only climate, the impact of climate change, but also the poor drainage system in the Gambia. In Farafenni, vendors are using the space on top of the newly constructed drainage to display and sell their goods. For others, it is an ideal place to dump their waste. Ash Ture complained about garbage which is gathered but not collected by the authorities.
We clean the garbage and keep it here, but it's not been collected. We pay donkey cart owners $50 or $100 every day. If it's not collected within 2 days, the whole place becomes dirty.
Mahmoud Drame, a shop owner, also complained.
The drainage system is good because if it rains, we can go about our businesses and the place is not flooded. We are glad about that. The problem is that the garbage keeps piling up all the time.
Silfo Sankara, the president of Farafenni Vendors Committee, also added his voice.
Farafenni is a rapidly growing town. So as a result, more people have ventured into business. And then there is no enough space for all of them in the market. This is why if you see around the highway, some people are occupying this space. Last week, I went around with one elder from one shop to the other to make sure that all those who put that unwanted thing inside the train, let them remove it as soon as possible.
Malik Samba is the councillor-elect of Farafenni ward.
At certain points or areas, you can see a bulk of garbage within the drainage. And this needs an immediate action, because if this is not taken care of, it may cause a blockage when the rain comes. So as a councillor-elect, I want to come up with my own initiative to mobilize people, especially those who walk around those areas or those who are selling along the side of the roads, to come out and clear this.
On Williams, QTV News, Farafenni.
Let's now shift our attention to some international news stories. Damas Gisimba, who sheltered and saved the lives of hundreds of children during the Rwandan genocide, has died at the age of 61 and will be laid to rest on Saturday in Kigali. Lena Igwenyiba tells us more.
Damas Gisimba passed away on Sunday, June 4th, at his home in Kigali after living with hypertension and kidney problems for the last years of his life. Gisimba was the director of an orphanage founded by his parents in Kigali in the early 1980s. The orphanage, which is now called the Gisimba Memorial Center, became a refuge for more than 400 children and adults who were targeted by Hutu militias during the genocide that killed an estimated 800,000 Tutsis and moderate Hutus in the 1994. Gisimba, who was of mixed Hutu-Tutsis ethnicity but had a Hutu ID card, decided to protect the people at all cost. He faced constant threats and attacks from the Interahamwe, a Hutu paramilitary organization that was responsible for most of the killings. He negotiated with them, bribed them, and even pretended to befriend them to keep them away from the orphanage. He also managed to secure food, water, and medicine for the people under his care with the help of the Red Cross and other humanitarian agencies. Gisimba's heroic actions were recognized by the Rwandan government, which awarded him the Presidential Order of Umurinzi Protector in 2007. He also received international recognition and support from various organizations and individuals who were inspired by his story. His death has been mourned by many Rwandans who consider him a national treasure and a role model. Reporting for QTV News, I am Lena Igwenyiba.
May his soul rest in perfect peace. Now, the first National Women's Convention for Peace in Cameroon, an umbrella group with 80 member organizations, is declared winner in the 2023 German Africa Award by the German Africa Foundation. Aliou Cisse tells us more.
This women's group is being recognized by the Independent Prize Jury for advocating negotiations to end the Anglophone crisis. Established in 2021, with 80 groups that represent 10 regions of Cameroon, it is the largest and most far-reaching network of women's organizations focusing on peace in Cameroon. For 45 years, the foundation has been committed to strengthening relations between Germany and Africa. Since 1993, the foundation has awarded the German Africa Prize to outstanding personalities from the continent who have made exceptional contribution to democracy, peace, and human rights, among others. Reacting to the award, Mafi Wando from Cameroon's far north region said the journey has been marked by what she calls sweat and tears, but also moments of happiness. Esther Oman from the southwest region welcomed the award as a great recognition for their efforts to promote peace. Sabine Odiyambo, Secretary General of the German Africa Foundation, said the women are being rewarded for their tireless work advocating peace and conflict resolution in 4 different regions of the country. The work and courage demonstrated by the convention, despite the personal dangers faced, are a true source of inspiration not only for women in conflict situations in Cameroon, but throughout Africa and the world, she told German media outlet DW. Last year, the German Africa Prize was won by Sikoleli Moyo and Tulio de Oliveira, 2 scientists in South Africa who discovered the COVID-19 Omicron variant. Reporting for QTV News, I am Aliou Cissé.
Well, congratulations to them there. Now, the Sudanese community in Oxford in the United Kingdom is demanding evacuation efforts to step up to bring their families still trapped in Sudan to the United Kingdom. Jennifer Sonko tells us more.
The confrontation between the Sudanese National Army and the paramilitary Rapid Support Forces has compromised the significant political progress that had been achieved before the conflict erupted, and now Sudanese have lost hope towards a civilian rule transition democracy. Now, Sudanese people based in the UK are more concerned about evacuations of their families than restoring peace. After a ceasefire was agreed, the UK's Royal Air Force flew more than 20 flights, and the UK deployed over 1,000 personnel to evacuate British nationals, as well as Sudanese doctors and those of other nationalities who work as clinicians within the UK's National Health Service, and their dependents. That's according to the US Defense Secretary. In total, the UK has evacuated 1,087 people from other nations, including US, Ireland, Netherlands, Canada, Germany, and Australia. For many, this is not enough, and last week members of the Sudanese community in Oxford protested opposite the British Prime Minister's residence, Downing Street, calling for the government to take action for more evacuations. Sudanese claim that the Sudan conflict is not being treated the same as conflicts in Ukraine or Syria. In both of these conflicts, Britain has evacuated tens of thousands. A protester in the UK said her house in Sudan has been invaded and the military is living there, and her situation is the same as hundreds and thousands of others. Nazar Yusuf from the not-for-profit organization Sudanese in Oxford said his inbox has been flooded with more than 65 individual cases of family members in the region struggling to be evacuated. During the first evacuation, British officials were criticized for evacuating UK diplomats first. However, officials pointed out the fact that the embassy was in the middle of the fighting and that there were concerns that staff were potential targets. Reporting for QTV News, I am Jennifer Sonko.
That's all we have in this edition of the news, but before we end, here is a recap of our headlines. TUI Blue Tamala and TUI Blue Kotu Point, the Gambia signed a memorandum of understanding with the International Tourism Investment Limited and Cape Beach Limited on Friday as part of boosting Gambia's tourism sector. Now, in observance of World Food Safety Day, the Gambia's Food Safety and Quality Authority held a regional celebration in Farafenni in the North Bank region. We heard from health officers and students in the North Bank region during the 10th round of the COVID-19 vaccination campaign. As the rainy season approaches, our reporter in the North Bank region looked at how the newly constructed drainage in Farafenni is being misused. In international news, Damas Gisimba, who sheltered and saved the lives of hundreds of children during the Rwandan genocide, has died at the age of 61. That's all we have for you in this edition of the news. Many thanks indeed for the pleasure of your company, and do have a lovely weekend. Thank you. Bye-bye.